So apparently, from what Chibi's told me last week, is that there is going to be a flashback arc of Gintoki's past in the near future. I am really hyped up for that. Now knowing that information, I am really looking forward to finally seeing some more about Gintoki's past. So here's something I want to talk about. With this episode, or this entire arc, I know it's been a Crocodile Basket parody arc. I know it is, and it's very obvious with towards the end of this episode that it was a reference towards that series. Sadly enough, I've yet to watch the series, but I will be watching Crocodile Basket soon. So the comedy, for the most part, when it came to certain things, was lost to me. But it doesn't mean that this wasn't good. This was a very fun arc for different reasons, because I felt like this arc right here was kind of foreshadowing what we should expect in the future, because Gintama is not new when it comes to foreshadowing or talking about certain things that actually hint at future events through comedy or funny things you would never expect, because it's happened before in the past with previous arcs of Gintama. And with this arc, the main focus has been kind of our characters, you know, the 4 Elite Joy Patriots meeting together and, you know, having a reunion. That's what it was. And then we come to find out that there was a 5th one, and they were trying to remember him, and then they were playing Kick the Can. They supposedly killed him through an explosion, but eventually we found out that this dude, in fact, did exist. From what we can assume at the end of this little arc, was that this dude did exist, and he says, you know, you need to forget me. You all need to forget me. He wanted to be forgotten, and he just left. And Gintoki slightly remembers him. So with that, I don't know if that is going to stick or not, because the way that was done, it makes me assume that there is a 5th person that we do not know about. Because that's what it makes me assume. Because for the way that was done, and for the ending segment after the credits, after the ending song, you see how Gintoki, he looks at this entire picture. It makes me feel like that is foreshadowing to maybe a possibility of a 5th person. It does seem like that, but it's not confirmed. But the way it looked in this arc, it seemed like that's what the mangaka of the series, the Gorilla mangaka, was trying to hint at. But regardless of that, when it came to this arc, of this Crocodile Basket arc, very fucking funny. I mean, only Gintama can get away with the parodies it does, especially with, you know, using Kuroko references or shirts and all that, like an undead fucking shirts. I don't know what team that was supposed to represent. I don't know which team or who that represented in the series. I don't know if that was the main team that was being represented in this episode, or if that was an enemy team. I have no idea. But regardless of that, it was just very funny getting to see how Gintoki's scaredy cat ways of being scared of ghosts kind of played, you know, a part in this episode. How he was terrified and he was freaking out, and then all of a sudden eventually he realized that his friend wouldn't come back to haunt him because he wanted Gintoki to remember him. And so Gintoki woke up and started being a badass and kicked the shit in. But what's very interesting is we see that dude save the day, save Katsura and Sakamoto, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, whoa, so the dude was there. So, I don't know how to feel about that, because if that is, that means there is a 5th person. There needs to be an arc dedicated to this person. I mean, I know this arc was dedicated, but we need an arc dedicated to this person to actually see the real face. I don't know necessarily if I believe that face at the end after the ending song. Like, I really don't believe that face. I don't. Because I feel like Gintoki would actually remember something like that. I really do. So, I feel like there's something else going on here. So that's my thoughts right there. Now, when it came to the overall structure of this episode, it was pretty much just concluding the arc and having some fun with some great laughs. Gintoki being scared shitless, by the way, and just running away, going to the bathroom, singing the Doraemon song, or however you pronounce that series. He was just singing. I missed it the first time I heard that. Remember when Kagura sung that a long time ago? It was probably around in the first 40 episodes of the series. I remember Kagura was doing like do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do, you know, when she was doing that song, and she was scaring the shit out of Gintoki. That's exactly what that reminds me of. Oh yeah, I remember what episode. It was Tama. It was the introduction of Tama. The first episode that Tama got introduced with her head in the garbage, whatever. Yeah, that's where Kagura used that theme song. So yeah, that was a really funny scene, getting to see that once again in this episode, of how Gintoki was just singing the fucking opening song. He's like just singing it and he's scared and shit. Oh my god, that's funny. So tell me your thoughts. I mean, I love you all so much. You have a wonderful day or not, wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.